I, a tender young maid, have been courted by many of all sorts and trades, if ever was any.
This episode of Ladies Unlaced brought to you by the ladies of Chase Treasure, winners of the 2022 Renaissance Festival Awards for Favorite Adult Act. Now actively seeking sponsors for future episodes. Email us at chasetreasure@gmail.com. Now presenting your favorite adult act, Chased Treasure.
Good day, good gentle.
Guten Tag.
Hello. Hi. We are live from Maine. As you can see,
We're surrounded by blueberries.
You
can
can
tell.
yes,
right here. Yeah, there we go.
Right there in Elsa's mug. Hi. So, good evening. I'm Lady Rosaline Howard.
Yay. I'm Lady Morgan of Spencer.
Und I am Fräulein Elsa von Berg.
That's the baby bat.
There's the bat.
And together we are Chase Treasure. And we are here for our, whatever, episode of Ladies Unlaced.
We're closing in on 60. I think it's 58 or 59.
Something like that. We have
60.
over an entire year's worth, like we did weekly episodes.
Yes.
69 is going to be next year.
I'm very excited about it. We're going to have to do something very special for them.
Oh, Vigo, Herr Vigo. Ich liebe dich.
What?
She likes
Ich
the
liebe
dick.
dich. Yes.
Oh,
She
you've never seen that spelled out before.
What does it actually mean?
It means I love you.
I love you. I love
Ich-
you too.
Ich means I. Liebe means love. Dich means you in a familiar way.
Love
Oh,
you.
good evening from Washington.
Hello.
And Anthony from Florida.
Hello, Florida.
I keep waving.
It kind of feels like Florida right now in Maine.
It's very
Oh, you're
damp.
home.
Yay.
It's a good place to
Yes.
be.
Oh, that's where you
Colorado.
are. I saw that you were traveling, and I didn't know where you were going to be. And I was like, no way he's coming out to Maine. But I'm glad that you made it to Colorado.
David, go say hi to our lovely ladies out
I'm
in
sure he
Colorado.
will.
We're in two places this weekend.
Yes.
So
Two places it's fun.
we're at the Maine Renaissance Fair, and then we've got Coia and Margaret and Liliana in
That's
Colorado.
Hello, Cleopatra. And
Hello.
I just saw Michael Hamilton just a few moments ago.
Yes.
There we go.
yes.
Anyone else's sound
Sounds not quite right. Oh no. Hello, Vivian.
I
We
don't
checked
know.
beforehand, but it seemed fine.
Yeah, we did a
for
check.
us.
I don't know. Hello. Yes. So, ladies.
Yes.
So this is the third year that we've done Maine, and my lovely husband and I, who is working out over there, is very distracting. Hello, off-screen husband. You're so distracting. If
David's
you
sound is fine.
if you missed that, he said, "Hoo-ah!" It sounded like a
Rusty
vomit,
noises,
but
yeah.
I think he meant it to be like "hoo-ah," like army sounds. I don't
Combat.
know. But anyway,
yes.
so we're up in Maine,
Yes.
and my husband and I did honeymoon up in Maine. So
Oh,
it's
that's
like a
so
little mini
lovely.
vacation for us.
If you know her husband, you know the answer to that question is absolutely not. No.
So we usually take this as a bit of a vacation.
Yes.
And it's one of his favorite places to vacation. What are your favorite places to go on vacation or holiday, as they say in England? You too. Outside people.
People in the small box.
I used to take a very nice.
We're at Maine.
We're in Maine. Yeah, the Maine Renaissance Festival, which only happens.
Two
It happened
weekends.
last weekend and this weekend. One of my favorite vacation places that we used to go to when I was a child was the North Myrtle Beach in South Carolina.
Ooh.
Not the place that has the boardwalk, but like up above it.
So not to be confused with the Southern Myrtle Beach, which we do a festival at.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So very similar, very close by. But
Aye.
North Myrtle Beach has a big pier on it, Cherry Grove Pier, and it has it's just really pretty.
I'm sad we
And-
go. I'm sad we do that festival in the off season because November is not a great time to go
No,
walk on a
it's
pier.
so lovely though. The beaches there are so big and so white, and there's so much space to them. And I just,
And
I
I
miss
would
doing that.
disagree
I
with
miss
you
it.
on that, Lady Rosaline.
What?
Any time of year, especially if you're at the southern beaches, it's a lovely time to go out by the water. Especially,
You can at least walk.
yes, maybe not go
Aye.
into the water,
Aye.
but to walk by the water. And we were talking about this earlier today,
Mhm.
that as a sun sign, I find that not a sun sign, a fire sign is my sun sign. I like to be by the water.
Dinosaurs.
Ooh. Elsa! Elsa. He likes digging up dinosaurs.
Oh, I
Hooray.
should show the postcards that I'm
Where
selling
are
to our
you?
Patreon
Where are
members.
you, Jay Rinker? Elsa loves dinosaurs.
I do, especially contemporary dinosaurs.
Probably Montana.
Hello.
Hi, Cabana. Lovely to see you.
But my
It's
choice of
awesome.
place to vacation is always somewhere where there's water.
Anywhere.
Water,
Any
right,
place
yeah.
where there's
Anywhere.
water.
It feels like
I'm
it's
so
100
sorry,
degrees
It's
in
Ego.
my
in
house.
the 90s here,
I
which is
know.
kind of disappointing to be up in Maine and to be like, oh, it's so nice. But
You can find interesting things. True, you
can.
can find interesting things on the beach. And where I reside, typically, there's actually the Cretaceous era is being dug up from one of the canals.
Oh, nice.
So you can actually find fossils littered in one of the cities right along the canal.
Whoa.
I've gone fossil finding there before.
Colorado. Ah, gotcha. Yeah.
Yes, let's talk.
I
If
don't know
I'm
that
not
you want to
booked.
be out there. See, and I know friends that are archaeologists and then like professionally, and then all they do is stand around in the heat covered in like bug protective stuff
That's true.
and
And
dig
dirt.
up bones and things. Yeah.
I'm going to ask Frau Lydia to assist me with something. Frau Lydia, could you hand me one of those things that's right there, but I can't reach because it's just out of the camera?
Aye. And if you want to obtain one of these lovely letters, actually postcards, from Lady Elsa, all you have to do is join us on Patreon.
I'm gonna step
dot
I'm getting
com
close.
You get it.
slash
I got it.
Chase Treasure.
Don't slip.
You have to do
Okay.
the slash. We're over
Because
18.
we're
Yes.
dirty.
We have adult type material.
I'm writing verses next month.
Ooh.
So this month's letters, Extreme Elsa Close-Up, are postcards of my favorite horny dinosaur.
It's a
Aw.
triceratops.
They're being sent out to our Patreon patrons, and we will come in your mailbox every month if you become a patron of our Patreon.
multiple times if you're at the $15 level, because
It's
then
less
you get a
squishy.
verse too.
Yes. Speaking of fun things that we are able to do, you will see on the scroll down below that we've got a couple of challenges for today.
Oh, yes.
Aye. So this comes from last year when Morgan and I were here with Margaret, and it was so hot, hotter than it is right now.
Yeah.
And I was
Was.
so very moist in my doublet here. It says, questionably chaste. Aye. So this is one of our shirts from Spreadshirt Shop,
Yes.
whatever. And I said that if someone tipped us £250 last year, that I would take the shirt off of my back and send it to you. Well, this year,
Discount.
we've discounted that price.
It's a sale.
It's a sale. So for only £100, that's $100 to us at paypal.me/Chase Treasure. For $100, I will take off my shirt and we will sign it for thee and mail it to thee from Maine.
Yeah.
You know what? I will also throw in an extra dinosaur postcard in
Oh,
that mailing.
whoa.
That's so nice.
That's crazy. And then for the second $100 tip, you get Elsa's questionably chaste
Right
t-shirt.
off my back. I will take it off on the screen.
Aye, and we will sign it and send it to you in your mailbox.
And
For
if-
the third $100.
If you feel like it. I don't have a spare shirt, so I'll just take this one off. So if you want to see like a kind of topless pregnant lady, then
Yay! I know I do. It'll make
Not that
her
impressed.
a lot more comfortable.
Oh, well,
and
and
also-
then there's that. Yes, we had a special
Extra
special
bonus.
request.
Because dinosaurs, I do enjoy them, and chickens are contemporary dinosaurs.
True.
And Elsa loves a good cock. I will
It's
make
true.
sure that you hear what a hen sounds like in a moment of ecstasy.
It's true. So, ladies,
Yes.
speaking of modern day equivalents to dinosaurs, do you want to sing about a birdie?
Yes.
Yay!
You caught my disturbed face.
I
I'm
was like, where are we
what?
going with this?
Oh, got it. Yeah.
We're singing about
I know.
birdies. You
You
know
know
what?
we're saying about that clock that the Germans have, yes?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
That too.
Oh, yes, yes. But I think Morgan is very accustomed.
We vote for no shirts.
We vote
Yes.
for no shirts too.
And look, and it is a
Party,
single
party.
donation. This is not cumulative. So it's one person, $100. One, but yes, I'm huge. Good Lord.
She
I've
is.
been pregnant for a while
She.
now.
I am not. I'm
Me
just fat.
neither.
7.5 months at this point.
7.5 cents
I-
does about a hell of a lot. Sorry, what?
Anyway.
Squirrels.
For
But
$200, I'll put my shirt on.
for $200 donation, my husband shall keep his shirt.
Way over there.
On.
Yeah. Great.
Shall we sing our song,
Yes,
ladies?
Yes, I think Morgan is a very she knows all about this song.
I do.
Yeah. There's a corner of the garden where the lads and lasses meet.
For it
wouldn't do the doing in the street. The first time that I went there, I was very much impressed.
to see the uncles rumpling up the cuckoo's nest. And high, low, cuckoo's nest. High, low, cuckoo's nest. I'll give any man a shilling and a bottle of the best to rumple up the feathers of me cuckoo's nest. I met him in the morning and I had him in the night. He'd never gone that way before, he had to do it right. He never would have found it, no, he never would have guessed, if I hadn't shown him where to find me cuckoo's nest. At high, low, cuckoo's nest. High, low, cuckoo's nest. I'll give any man a shilling and a bottle of the best to rumple up the feathers of me cuckoo's nest. I showed him where to find it and I showed him where to go, through the prickles and the brambles where the little cuckoos grow. From the moment that I found it, I would never let him rest till he rumpled up the feathers of me cuckoo's nest. And it's high, low, cuckoo's nest. High, low, cuckoo's nest. I'll give any man a shilling and a bottle of the best to rumple up the feathers of me cuckoo's nest. It was thorny, it was prickled, it was feathered all around. It was tucked into a corner where it wasn't easy found. You're welcome, Stephanie. I said, young man, you're blundering. He said it wasn't true. He left me with the makings of a young cuckoo. High, low, cuckoo's nest. Weird. High, low, cuckoo's nest. I'll give any man a shilling and a bottle of the best to rumple up the feathers of me cuckoo's nest. And it's high, low, cuckoo's nest. High, low, cuckoo's nest. I'll give any man a shilling and a bottle of the best to rumple up the feathers of me cuckoo's nest. Excuse me.
All right. No dying during a Chase Treasure show.
I'll give any man a shilling and a bottle of the best to rumple up the feathers of me cuckoo's nest. Yay!
I got a friend.
Listen, it proves that this is always live.
Hello, little
she
friend.
gave birth to a beetle.
I didn't give birth to it. It just happened to be
Looks
here.
like a
Get off.
dog's bane beetle, mayhaps.
A what?
Dog's bane.
I don't know what that means. Lucky, did you bring in the beetle?
It's a tiny
His
beetle.
name is George.
George of the beetle. Watch out for that.
I mean, it
tree.
could be Ringo, or John, or Paul, but I chose
John was
George.
my favorite of all of them.
Paul was my
That
favorite.
being said, if I was around during that time period, I probably would have liked the Rolling Stones better. Sorry.
Up next,
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude.
Hey Jude.
That would be the mayflies I saw outside. That would have been named Jude.
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 I just, whatever.
What is up?
Maine is
It's
a
doing
complete.
so
wings
hot,
next.
guys.
It is.
What is
very
up with
hot.
my hair?
There's something about Rosaline.
What is that?
We're not singing that song, but it looks like you look like a what's her face, Cameron Diaz.
Yes. There's something about Mary.
You'll be fine.
What is
And it landed on the floor somewhere.
That's how moist it is, everybody.
It's
Send
just
us tips.
yeah.
We need to purchase air conditioning for this B&B.
Oh my God. I'm fine. You can keep talking about the baby as much as you want, but they're fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Because everybody is always like, "Oh no, you have to be careful," and I'm like, "Please tell me I'm already being careful.
She is.
I'm very good at this. I've done.
She is
a lot of it
hydrating
now.
quite a bit.
I
A
drink
lot.
a ton of water. The only issue I'm running into now is that I end up being not overhydrated. I end up retaining so much water that on like Monday I can't walk,
That's fair.
which is hard. But I need to
She's
be
just
hydrated during
so
the weekend.
Hot.
I love the terrified look on Morgan's face.
I
was like,
terrify
what do you-
Morgan
You
a lot.
terrify a lot of us.
Tips for the baby bat, everyone. Tips. for
To
the
be
baby
clear, not
bat.
everything is going to the baby bat. I
No,
also-
we're splitting it 3 ways.
You know what? If things start to go out of my registry, if anybody wants to find my registry online, I posted it on my personal page. But if everything's gone, then just buy me wine. I could use wine after all of
For
this.
after
Yeah,
the baby
I
is
would
born,
really love-
not for right now.
No, I would really love
No.
to have a glass
She's
of wine.
currently drinking decaffeinated coffee from this morning.
It's cold.
I am not.
I'm drinking blueberry soda
Ooh.
because we're in Maine.
This is technically Blue Hawaiian. And to answer the question that you asked earlier about
Yes.
vacation spots.
Yes.
Yes.
As I said, any
I'll be right
place
back.
with
I'm gonna
water.
do
Oh,
the
please, run away!
I'll be
She's
right back.
taking care of the baby bat. She's fine.
I'd say I really loved Hawaii.
Mhm.
I know it sounds very basic, but it
Mhm.
is beautiful. And there's just something about not having any reason to rush to get anywhere.
I also loved Hawaii.
Is the PayPal Chase? It is
PayPal.me/chased treasure.
exactly what you see at the bottom of the screen. Oh, here's another little beetle.
Oh, hello. I bet it's the same one.
I don't think so. That one
No?
landed on the floor.
Should I tell them the story about the gas
Heard around the world. Oh dear.
So,
I heard it on the mainland.
buckle up, friends. So, as we all know, Lady Rosaline has a very sensitive tummy in real life. So, I was visiting Hawaii with my family, with my husband and my sister and her husband, and it does actually taste like blueberries. So we were in Hawaii, and we were in a square in the middle of a shopping center, and I was standing with my back up against the corner of the square, and we had just eaten a lovely dinner. I think perhaps a poke bowl.
Okay.
Nom nom nom.
A poke bowl.
A pokey. I'm not touching you. I'm not. This is what happens when you have two people who are not sisters but act like sisters on screen together.
Oh.
We need Morgan to keep us in line, and
I'll be
she's
back
not here.
in a minute.
Ha, 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 ha. Anyway,
Pokeball, Rosalind.
Yeah.
Keep on task.
So I was at the square, and I passed gas, and it was very loud. In fact, it was so
A
loud.
lady does not pass gas. She has the vapors.
No, I passed gas. So those beetles, I know. So I was pointing my behind towards the corner, and it echoed, and it was so loud, it scared birds away. And there were people eating along the side, and they ran away. And I laughed so hard. I sent a carrier pigeon to Elsa, and I said, "Did you hear that?"
I said yes.
And I said, "Good, you heard the fart heard around the world."
Or at least on the east coast of the United States.
I will say that Morgan is usually the oldest sister that has to keep everyone kind of in line. Like, all right, guys, we have to clean the room now.
Which
Like,
is funny because you're younger than both of us. I
It's
mean,
true.
you're older than both of us.
I am
you know, that's my
ageless.
actual younger sister too, and I was usually the one that was like, although she's super organized, but I was the one that
Fluff.
was always being like, all right, we got to clean up now because
Well-
mom's gonna get mad if we don't do it.
At your wedding, we all thought she was your older sister, and she got real mad at you. It was funny. Yes, I've heard them called fluffs as well. My
Fluffs?
father, passing wind.
Passing wind.
I was telling about
The
the
vapors.
The vapors.
Oh
around the
yes.
world. And my father used to call them foofies.
Foofies?
Which my brother-in-law still thinks is the funniest thing ever. He heard my father say it for the first time and thought he was jesting.
Yeah,
and
that sounds
just
kind of like
started
an
to
unrealistic
die.
word. Yeah.
Foofy.
Foofies.
Or
I-
foof.
Shooting bunnies. Yes. Oh.
Bunnies. This is sign language for bunnies.
That brings us to sign language
Oh my
lesson
god, it's
today.
so hot. So the sign language lesson for the day that we learned from lovely Carmen and Candice
At the New Jersey Renaissance
Yes, our sign
Festival.
language interpreters at the New Jersey Renaissance Festival. It's so hot here and it's so humid down here. It's fine up in our rooms. We've got air conditioning up there. We don't down here. So this is the sign language for moist.
You're giving us moist, yes.
Moist. All
Moist
right.
is like this, like you're rubbing.
It's like
your
you're rubbing
it's-
your fingers almost, like you can
like
feel the
it's
moisture
moist.
between your
Moisture.
fingers.
All right,
Moist.
moist.
Your middle finger is humidity.
Humidity
like
is
humid.
underword. Like
Humid,
that. All right.
yeah, humid. So we said, so Candice, what would then be the word for humidities? And she said,
It's this.
Now, to be fair, she made it up
She
on the
made it
moment.
up.
But she said that anyone who spoke ASL would understand what we were saying by doing
humid titties.
Yes.
Humidity.
And so to
Humidities.
prevent us from having humidities, to get us to take off our shirts.
You have to
Give
tip
those
us $100 so we can take these off. We're so hot.
That being said, we will take moist. We will take any tips. The Ladies Unlaced episodes are given to you free of charge, much like a NPR or PBS show. And so consider this your fund drive.
NPR.
That's
Oh my
true. But
gosh.
even for like a tip of $5, that helps the ladies. That helps us.
A tip of £5 can help us purchase water
The
for tomorrow.
angel
A tip of $10
I
can help us purchase
from
a hot dog
thee.
each at the festival.
And
A tip of $15 will help us purchase a hot dog and a soda.
It's not
It
a
is-
dark, cold hotel
Yes,
room.
Got it,
thank you,
David.
David. Yes, we did get
Thank
that.
you. It's not a dark, cold hotel room. It is a very warm
A
Airbnb.
moist, hot hotel room.
Anyhow,
Oh my
yes,
God.
Vigo. Are you checking there, lady?
I am.
Just to make sure.
We do have a couple smaller tips.
Any questions from our friends? Hey, it does not matter the size of the tip.
It's how you put it in our PayPal. That doesn't work as well as it does in
It's an invisible box on the internet.
how you put it in my PayPal box.
You know, ladies, we have been watching.
My inbox.
My inbox.
True.
Alright.
We have been watching HBO Max
Oh,
since
yes.
we arrived
Aye.
here.
Yes.
Because someone that shall remain unnamed, Alicia, left herself logged in.
Thank you, Alicia.
Thank
if
you,
you're out
Alicia,
there.
whoever
We
you are.
appreciate it.
Yes.
And we have been ruining her algorithm
Yes.
by watching a mixture of Shark Week and the British version of
Of
Yes.
ghosts.
The blessings of Shark Week upon you.
Yes. But the British version of Ghost, you're talking about the PayPal being this, invisible box. This reminded me of Ghosts when they
Aye.
are learning about how a television works
Aye.
and
Oh,
things like
yeah.
that.
My husband can see ghosts. Is this place haunted, honey?
Nope.
Ah, boring.
I've seen them before, but not here.
Can any of you see ghosts? Tell us your ghost stories.
I know people who can that work for New Jersey, but it's not. It's Cricket, Will's wife.
Aye.
She can.
The time that I've seen them, the two distinct times I recall, one was when I was working in North Carolina at the Lost Colony Outdoor Drama.
Aye.
And we did this thing. I see dead people.
No, you don't.
The
Otherwise, you
cast
tell me about it. Sorry.
goes into the Elizabethan Gardens sometimes, and I saw a woman in white. It, like the traditional idea of a woman in white. Feel ghosts, but never seen one.
Oh, aye.
Um,
That's kind of my husband.
And then
Aye.
the other time was at my college,
Aye.
at Westminster Choir College in Princeton, New Jersey.
Avery has a ghost.
I witnessed. Oh, hi, Avery. Mwah. Give Axel my love.
Is that the one that saved me?
Yes.
Oh,
Thank
Thank you.
Um,
See, she's doing fine now.
I am
She's great.
perfectly well. In fact, I have taken off some poundage since then.
Good
So
for you.
send me virtual poundage versus poundage.
We're trading.
Yes.
I'm accepting all the extra.
I will accept some right here.
So anyhow, my college, there was a hall called Williamson Hall, and I witnessed the paintings switching places.
Like
Like
in
they
Harry
flew across the
Potter.
room.
They just like 1 minute they were on this wall and this wall, and the next minute I turned away and I turned back and they had flipped.
Like
Or so
Harry
you didn't-
Potter.
All right, but you didn't witness them like flying.
I did not see them
across
fly across the room.
all
They
right.
switched when I looked away.
From
All right.
Avery.
After my grandmother passed, we went to visit my grandfather, and my sister was in the kitchen and heard someone breathing behind her.
Why?
Yes, WCC Pride. Hello, Chloe.
Gross.
Yes, we say that there was the ghost of Mr. Williamson.
Oh, all right.
I recall thinking I saw a ghost as a child. Someone standing inside, overlapping a wood stove with fire burning in it. I've not seen any ghosts
But
since.
see, and I saw a ghost when I was a child. I saw it, but it was just an apparition. It was one of those, like just frozen in place. It
The ones
didn't
that are
move. It
stuck.
didn't do anything. Yeah. So it was a woman who was standing in place, and she had a big soup spoon to her mouth, and it looked like she was tasting soup.
Oh.
And she was just there for about like 30 seconds, and then she disappeared.
Children
That's it.
also have like a closer connection
Relationship.
to
Yeah.
the realm or whatever. I don't know what that means.
See, and this is the thing, all right? So I am having a kid, and I am going to be one of those parents that if they think that they see something, I will believe them.
Absolutely.
Because there are so many people that are like, no, you're not seeing that, just go to bed and
Just
stuff.
go
And I
to sleep,
understand
it's okay.
the concept, especially now of like, God, I'm so tired. Please just shut up and go to bed. Like, I'm so done.
to say.
Yes, but instead, no, I promise my child, and I promise the person who is running the stream for us, who is
My
my
husband.
yay,
The baby
Um,
daddy.
that think, I promise that I will listen to them, whatever they think. That
Good
they
baby
see.
bad.
So
Could be
Avery
the
says
best.
in the same visit she was in the living room and saw a shadow. Okay.
In my peripheral, the only way to see that would have been if someone walked behind me, or if there had been lights in the window in front of me. Everyone else was on the other side of the house.
Tell me
Ah!
from the other side of the house.
Oh, my husband just said he has seen the shadow people.
In college,
yeah,
we had
shadow
a ghost known to haunt our dorms. He visited students and would
Carry?
cause stuff to fly off shelves and be taken off walls.
Yeah.
I feel if we had a ghost here, those books that are on the staircase
Yeah,
would
they
fall
would get
down
knocked
on a
down
regular
all the time.
basis.
My friend told me about a ghost at her condo. I was watching his son, and I saw a guy walk past the door. I got up to see if someone was there. I described it to my friend, and she said, "Yep, you saw Emilio."
Emilio.
Emilio. Oh my.
Emilio sounds like our friend Aldolfo.
Yes.
The Lords of Adventure.
Aldolfo.
Yes, yeah. Who's
Aldolfo.
now he's joining the Mudskippers this year.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
Oh,
We just
how
announced that the other day.
exciting.
So if you would like to hang out with Adolfo, you can see him.
I mean,
at
it's a
the
great
Mudskippers.
name.
It is
Back
very
to
lovely.
what you were saying about believing your child, whatever they say.
Yes.
When I was a child, I did see things beyond ghosts. I had some imaginary friends,
Me too.
and they were the color of my beverage. My imaginary friends were the Smurfs,
Oh.
and I used to perform for them in my backyard. But even things like that are super important to children.
Yeah.
So
I have-
whether it's real or not, whether they see it or not, it doesn't matter. You believe them.
I had an imaginary friend named Googie, and his wife's name was Googette. And they got married, and then they moved to Disney World when I got
Oh,
too
that's
old to believe in imaginary
Did
friends.
they name their child Gugarina?
Yes.
I definitely had.
And-
If you work for hospice, shortly after my favorite patient died, I could smell her perfume in my apartment. Yeah. Oh, that's really sweet.
That's really sweet.
Yes,
Yeah,
Lady
I know a lot of
Sherilyn
people that
is
have that.
a brilliant music therapist for hospice.
For hospice, that's wonderful.
I named him Frederick. Frederick is a man in a waistcoat and a top hat. He just watched me at night from the doorway. Sometimes I would wake up with bruises. Bad Frederick.
Bad.
Oh, I actually do have another ghost story. When I was working
Yes.
in Illinois
Aye.
on the Menopause the Musical tour,
Aye.
the house that we were in was known to have ghosts. A visual they have a nurse because the house had been used during what epidemic? It wasn't the flu epidemic.
Yellow
Cholera?
fever.
It may have been cholera epidemic.
Oh,
As a place for children, like a children's
Shmuley.
hospital. Hello, Shmuley. But there was the nurse on the third floor, and on the first floor where I resided, there was a small Amish boy.
Oh.
And he would come into my room at night. I literally heard him playing jacks and the ball rolling across the floor.
Ooh.
And then at one point in the middle of the night, and having many nieces and nephews, I felt him jump into my bed. It was around 3 a.m.
Oh God. Oh,
And
that'd be
growing up, I have had children just jumping into my bed in the
we had,
morning
like,
to
cats
wake
and
me
dogs
up.
jumping into the
Exactly.
bed. So yeah, you're used
So
to
I
it.
know that feeling. And you could tell that he wanted to wake me up to play jacks. And I said, no, not now. This is bedtime. Come find me in the morning.
Yes.
I'm not doing this at 3 in the morning.
God.
Does the clock say 7 yet? No.
No. Back to bed.
When I was a kid, and I feel like a lot of people had this experience because I've read about it in other situations. I had an imaginary, I think it was a dinosaur that would follow the bus. Do you ever like sit in the bus and then you would think that there was something that was always following the bus?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it was like a velociraptor.
Goofy.
But for a lot of people I've read online or in other ghost stories, it's a hound. It's a big black dog
I have heard of the big black dog.
that will just follow you. And it's not scary. It's just like dogs that just you
So weird.
there's a term for it, but it's something that you see like that's following you all the time. Like that's just following your car or your bus.
Oh,
Ladies, should we
the-
sing another song?
I was thinking you were talking about being
Oh, we need to
accepting. I wish we had thought of that. I was thinking since you were talking about being accepting of your child and whatever they saw, we could sing a song about acceptance.
Right. And also we should prompt them about the other thing that we're doing.
Yes.
True. Before we sing the next song, we will be singing a song with your suggestions at
Yes.
the end of the show. So we need suggestions for themes or fandoms, nerddoms, geekdoms, any kind of theme.
If
For
you've
our
seen us,
song.
we're going to sing Chandler Shoppe.
Yes.
So we need themes for that. Yeah. So type them in the comments, and husband back there will share them with us.
And I will write them down.
After we're done the song, though, husband.
Yes.
Right.
Oh. Na-na-na-na-na.
Mhm.
In the town of Nottingham, whence came Robin Hood,
Lived some folks who thought themselves humble, just and good.
But in that town of Nottingham, it never crossed their mind.
While the world kept turning, somehow they got left behind. Toora-loo-ra-loo-ra, why won't you let me be? It's not to do with lots of you, but lots to do with me. Little town of Nottingham, sleepy as can be. Please wake up and join us in the present century.
Village tailor Davy bravely told the town, refer to me as Sally when you see me walking round. The village gnashed their teeth and cried, this will never stand. That won't change, that Sally's now the fairest in the land.
Toora-loo-ra-loo-ra, why won't you let me be? It's not to do with lots of you, but lots to do with me. Little town of Nottingham, sleepy as can be. Please wake up and join us in the present century. One day old Fitzherbert took a paramour, 80-year-old Harold from the town across the moor. A mob of angry villagers came banging on his door. Why go barking up his tree when you can bark up yours? Toora-loo-ra-loo-ra, why won't you let me be? It's not to do with lots of you, but lots to do with me. Little town of Nottingham, sleepy as can be. Please wake up and join us in the present century.
Pretty Rachel Robin Rose, pale and ivory-skinned, came to love a handsome boy with lots of melanin. Folks got mad and folks got mean, it didn't matter which, while the town proclaimed those two were busy getting hitched.
Toora-loo-ra-loo-ra, why won't you let me be? It's not to do with lots of you, but lots to do with me. Little town of Nottingham, sleepy as can be. Please wake up and join us in the present century.
Nottingham should learn to stop raising the alarm.
Just 'cause folks are different, they don't mean you any harm.
If you're not one of those folks caught up in the fray,
You can walk beside us as we head for better days. Toora-loo-ra-loo-ra, why won't you let me be? It's not to do with lots of you, but lots to do with me. Little town of Nottingham, sleepy as can be. Please wake up and join us in the present century. Please wake up and join us in the present century.
hey, acceptance.
Where'd it go?
Where'd it go? That's a different song.
We have to find a better button ending for that.
I like you going, yay!
That's when we get to that. Well, you can walk beside us as we head for better days. Yay! That's what I picked the-
It's absolutely.
It's on the newest CD, Orally Ambitious. That's
Thank you, Michael
orally,
Hamilton.
not oh. That's a different thing.
Right. And if you are wondering, because there is a scroll down below that says the first 4 CDs are streaming on all kinds of platforms, I have not chosen to put the newest one up because it's about $150 to put it up there, and then we see maybe $30 a year off.
Maybe.
It's absolutely true. Your independent artists do not see much from the large streaming services. If you really truly want to support independent musicians, purchase our music. We also do have digital download cards.
Yes, absolutely.
We are glad to send you those digital download codes, or you can actually get a physical CD by emailing us at chasetreasure@gmail.com. That does include, you do have to add shipping for that, though.
Yes.
So if you want to do digital, we will actually just send you the code and you can download it.
We can just email it to the you know that whole SAG-AFTRA WGA
I was just going to
stuff?
bring that up. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yes, and I am sincerely hoping that after a lot of these things start to get resolved, that maybe it will trickle down to other things as well, that there will be musicians unions that will join in this fight and other things like that.
Because streaming on iTunes and YouTube and all sorts of stuff like that, we get a penny.
We don't mind that you do it. Please do.
Yeah,
It
just
does-
do it. Just keep it streaming on your
I
your
know a couple of
devices.
people that did that.
Who
was it?
I-
There was a friend that had traveled down. Was it traveled down to Louisiana? I think there was someone who went to Louisiana and they put all of their music on a playlist and then
like
just
Spotify?
cycled it through over and over
Physical
and over
is always
again
best.
on the drive,
Let's get
and then like just
physical.
played it in their room whenever they were there.
And then those plays
It
that
still
up.
counts.
How about creepy
Pasta.
pasta?
Ooh.
What is
I'm-
creepypasta?
I'm
So
confused.
creepypasta is a thing that happens on the internet where it's oh, this story happened to me and it's really creepy, and it's like it's hard to describe.
I mean, I could do pasta.
I mean, I could do
definitely do
pasta.
pasta.
So creepypasta is
Star
a
Trek races.
I'm gonna look it up so that I can get an actual definition of what this is. Star Trek races.
I'd be lucky if I could do characters.
I can get like
Hitchhiker's
two.
Guide to the Galaxy. I know like one thing from that. I've seen it.
I've read the original radio play. I never read the book, but I read the radio play.
All right, here we go. Creepypasta is a horror-related legend which has been shared around the internet. Creepypasta has since become a catch-all term for horror content posted on the internet.
So anything scary.
Yeah, it's spooky stuff, but it's
Beatles
usually from
or
Beetlejuice
Or
All right.
combination.
Oh,
Variants.
Variants for Loki. God, when is that series coming out, Rev Tommy? That's gonna be soon.
Soonish.
I thought it was
I know
October,
that
but I'm
it
not
was
sure.
it was filming, but welcome to SAG-AFTRA.
No, I think it's
Good
finished
episode,
filming.
Bridgerton.
Ooh, Bridgerton. Ooh,
Once
God, I
again,
still need to watch.
some of them.
I apparently
I
haven't
still need
watched
to
enough
watch
things.
the-
Me neither.
I need to watch Witcher. That's the next thing I need to watch.
Oh, I've seen the
Freaking
first
naked
one.
Henry Cavill.
Dinosaurs, Jello, or ice cream. I like ice cream. We always say there were different flavors of ice cream.
That's true. That might work really
And
well.
it's
Ice
so
cream
hot.
flavors would be
I
fun.
just want to think of ice
Does
cream.
Chase Treasure count as a fandom?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, it does. I don't know whether I want to sing about myself though. That's just weird.
Red Dwarf.
I'd be like,
My father used to watch Red Dwarf.
I used to watch Red
Oh, was
Dwarf
that
with
a
a couple
show?
of friends. Yes, it was an
It's-
old British TV show sci-fi.
It's,
oh,
Yes.
pirates.
It's around the time that the original Doctor Who came out.
Yes.
Oh, sheesh. Yeah, no. I
Star
don't think
Wars
I
is
have-
always
Star Wars is
amazing.
amazing.
Yes.
Star Wars is always amazing.
And that's one I can always default to.
Right.
I know the answer.
I thought it, so far I'm leaning toward ice cream flavors.
I
So
like
we have
ice cream
plenty of
flavors,
time
too.
to give
We
them
do.
more stuff.
Slender
Yes, Slender
Man.
Man is a creepypasta.
Okay, I've heard
Yeah.
of Slender Man.
Okay, I'm just out of the loop.
No, it's stuff that you find it like. Well, if you had a Reddit account, then you would know.
I don't have one of
Princess
those.
Bride. Oh, I need to add that to the list.
I love Princess Bride.
I can't watch that often
Really?
because of the electricity scene, where he's like
Oh, when
getting
he gets stabbed?
tortured. Yeah, I can't watch that.
No.
I
You
have a
scary
fear of
horror
electricity.
things.
Wine.
Oh, that
Amy
makes sense.
Schreckengast.
Wine, yes.
That's just mean for Morgan. right now.
Speaking of
I miss it a lot.
wine and Amy I'm sorry,
Schreckengast.
Amy. I should be able to say it.
Miss
It's a German
Amy.
name. Miss Amy Schreckengast. Amy is one of our Patreon patrons.
She
Yes,
is.
And she has been at the verse level at least for quite some time. And I wrote her a verse about charcuterie and sommelier at one point. And it's now become part of my regular,
No way. Oh.
on his charcuterie I dine. It's a caviar
Ladies,
verse.
Yes.
I feel like this is a good place to share this. So you all know out there that we sing a song called Autocorrect. We're not
Yes.
doing that tonight, but I was really bored. So I had Chat GPT
Oh dear.
write a few verses.
No, do
And-
not get ChatGPT to write your verse.
Oh no, it was
They're
horrible.
not good.
They were horrible, and I just want to share them with you because of how bad they are.
Love it.
All right.
You found it?
Yes. Do I want to do an auto verse or do I want to do?
Well, you brought up Otto.
Yeah,
I think it's time.
I did. All right. This one's really bad because it rhymes to the same word twice.
So that's just poor writing.
Yeah, it's really bad. There once was a phone with a quirk. Its autocorrect had a dirty quirk. Good job. It changed duck to dick, which made everyone sick. Oh, the embarrassment, what a work.
That doesn't even make logical
Nope,
sense.
nope, doesn't make sense. Here's another one.
A phone that you could do, a phone that was a jerk,
I know, but
that
it's,
had a quirk.
it's
a quirk that
horrible.
Was jerk.
It's horrible. Ready? This one's a little better.
All right.
In the jungle, Indiana Jones roams. With his whip and his hat, he explores unknown zones.
That's hard to rhyme now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's long.
But his phone's autocorrect. Oh, what a defect. Changed treasure to measurer. His adventure took new tones.
That's not even a limerick.
It's horrible. And I said write a limerick.
Yeah.
And considering that we are just a few miles from Limerick, Maine, I feel like we need good limericks.
Yes. So that shows you that AI cannot replace writers.
Anytime, Shmuley. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Which one would you pick, Shmuley? I need to know. Who are you going to cosplay as?
Oh, goodness.
I
mean, you can just cosplay like a lady in a dress.
That's true. I have job security.
Comedy security.
Yay.
Oh, now I feel like, can I read one of my new verses?
Sure, if you want to. Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
we're not singing this song this evening,
No.
but it is the
She's
theme
very
song.
proud.
I am
She's
very proud. I have 2 new verses to our theme song to Ladies Unlaced, which is My Thing Is My Own. For those of you that have been to the film, to the theaters recently, for a film that was just recently released.
I want to go. We were thinking about going this week, but this one had already made plans.
Yes.
To
I have to
That's
see it with
true.
my sister when I get
You're
home.
welcome.
So let me see where it is. I wrote it here. Oh, yes. A slick, charming gent bought the house of my dreams, and the wardrobe he filled with shoes to the beams.
Yes.
And that pink Corvette, I'll take for a whirl, but that doesn't mean I'm your Barbie girl.
Not good.
And there's
I'm a
one
That's so clever.
And here's the second one. A tanned and ripped surfer from Malibu grinned a toothy smile I could see right through. His plastic complexion and hair were suspect. Come find me when you're anatomically correct.
Oh, Ken.
I love that. I love that. one.
It just had the seal of approval.
Thank
from
you,
my
thank
husband.
you. Yes, off-screen husband approves. So yes, I was quite impressed with myself.
That
for
was
those-
really good. Yes.
And I have another one. You have to come see us in Maine. Thank you, Karen. I think it was for Caveat. That was for the new Barbie movie.
I
as
think
well.
so, yes.
I think that's right.
So come see all of the Barbie verses this weekend in Maine.
Because you're a Barbie girl.
Can
AI sell a
sweaty
t-shirt?
t-shirt?
No.
And they are available still.
They're still available. Shmuley, do you want a t-shirt?
Please, I'm getting
It's
very,
so
very warm. I would
warm.
love to take this off.
We-
Absolutely.
God, we need to have Japanese fans, don't we?
We don't have an OnlyFans page, guys. This
Yes.
is the
No,
only
this is
way
the
you're going to get the
getting us
shirt off of our backs.
undressed. I can't even pull it up anymore. This is a lot of effort to get this thing off at this point. To even put this on is just, Trying to put socks on in the morning is one of the hardest things I have to do every single day because I have to put them on because they're compression socks.
Aye.
I have to put them on before I get out of bed so that the gravity.
The
doesn't
compression
affect-
So it's the
Aye.
pregnancy version of boots before corset?
Yeah,
Yes.
and it's really hard to do. Anybody out there who's ever been pregnant before, if you're trying to put things on before you get out of bed, it's really, really challenging.
I was just going to blame your voluptuous boobies.
I mean, they're also.
Do you
They
have
are
that
getting
problem
out of hand.
My boobs do not give me problems with putting on socks.
They are out of hand.
They're out of
everyone.
hand.
They
They're
are
bigger
out
than
of
my
hand.
hands. I
They
got
are-
big hands too.
Well, now I need to
You've
go
got
there.
Yeah,
giant
go ahead, go ahead.
boobs.
Oh.
They're huge.
I mean, I
I
felt
s-
your boobs a lot.
I
You have giant
started
boobs
with
right now.
I started with I think a 36D.
Aye.
So I was already not that small
Aye,
to
you
begin
were
with.
you were a voluptuous lady.
Yeah,
Aye.
and then now, oh God, I'm at least a 38 double D, probably
Whoa.
more than that at this point.
Ladies, I'm getting very moist waiting to take the shirt off my back, so I'm
Yes.
putting ice in my bosom
Yay.
right now.
I'm a voluptuous 32B.
Yay.
Breast stream ever. Eh.
See Rosaline's sternum. That's
Tips for tits.
Ladies, so what song did we want to end with? Are we going to end with?
Let's end with Chandler shots.
So
All right.
what? We should sing another song. for them.
Aye. Oh, this one's on our new CD too.
Oh, I need to pull out my book.
It's our strong lady CD. Like if Barbie doesn't want Ken anymore. I haven't seen the movie. I don't know what happens.
soon, Rosaline.
Yay.
You should join me and.
I was thinking that, mayhaps.
This is not the one I was thinking.
She hasn't seen you in quite some time.
I know. We'll have a girls' night and go see movies about
And then
toys
have
that
a
we played
pillow
with
fight.
as children. Oh, there's pillows. There's a pillow. Oh. The next $25 tip we get, we'll have a pillow fight.
Don't ruin other people's pillows.
We won't.
We won't ruin them.
All right.
It'll be a gentle pillow fight.
Gentle pillow fight. The kind that we usually do for Rosalind's gentlemen.
And every time I've ever had a pillow fight, it started out like, isn't it funny? And then we just beat the crap out of each other with pillows. Just
No,
like,
it would be nice. Why are there still so many church?
Stephanie!
Stephanie. Why have you not tipped $100? No, I know why you haven't, because you were up here
yes.
last week too, and you
She's been
also
doing
are
things.
broke. Yes, we understand. I don't know. Why do we still have shirts on, everyone?
So this is a song written by our lovely mother of the baby bat, Lady Morgan.
I mean, many other things than that, but yes.
Yes, well, that's what we're talking about.
That's
You were literally,
No,
lifting
no,
up
no,
and
no.
showing off your baby belly at that
Right.
moment. I mean,
And our
seriously.
producing director and founding member and wonderful person who can
And
sing all
wonderful
3
friend.
parts because she's crazy.
She is all of the things.
I did
She
many
wears
things.
so many hats,
Yes.
including lyricist and composer.
I say the thing, and then I'll sing.
Oh, yes.
I forgot I say the thing.
Say the thing. It's on the CD. You've got to say
It is,
the
I
thing.
just have to remember it.
I don't know
remember
what it
the
is. It's so
time.
stupid.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to sound like the beginning of like a bad
Ye
late
old-
80s.
You know, 1480s R&B.
Yeah,
girls
where
group
you
song.
have like a boop, 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 and you have like the ring, 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 and then like, I can't get to the phone right now.
That was actually my voicemail in college.
Yeah.
There was Dave Brubeck's Take 5 in the background, and it was like, you have reached the phone of Christine and Eleanor. We are not in right now. But if you would like to leave a message,
Great.
please do.
Why
And you
did
hear boo-doo, ba-doo, doo-doo in the background.
Why
It
did
was
you have
absolutely
the sexy voicemail when you were in college?
It was amazing.
Disturbing.
when the head of the music education department called and left my friend a message.
Wow. That's good.
Remember the time that I was there for you?
Great, I have to sing.
Offered up my love, my joy, and my care for you. That's it.
You can do this.
A lonely pirate swain made me feel some kind of way. I'd naught to lose or gain, so I let them dive in my bay. Now the poor wretch sends roses and swears he'll leave the sea. My fruit may be juicy, but you're not the only one I want shaking my tree. There's no use supply me with romance.
Stop!
I no longer want what's in your pants.
Stop!
The mistress of my destiny.
Stop!
You shot off your cannon, but this is not cannon for me.
Kiss, kiss, kiss off. You have got no right to me. Back, back, back off. I got no time to spend on thee. Break, break, break off. Better off without your company. Kiss, kiss, kiss off. You're nothing but unnecessary. I have a friend who lives in a neighboring country. Every time I write to her, she's got no time for me. What? But now she's all up in my biz, trying to tell me how to live my life. I don't need your opinions or your lame-ass excuses. Bitch, you ain't my wife. Stop.
You can do this.
Oh, now you see me in my crown.
Stop.
Don't need your hands trying to hold me down.
Stop.
My success is none of your concern.
Stop.
If you touch this fire, then your ass gonna get burned. Kiss, kiss, kiss off. You have got no right to me. Back, back, back off. I got no time to spend on thee. Break, break, break off. Better off without your company. Kiss, kiss, kiss off. You're nothing but unnecessary.
There was a time when I would have crossed oceans for you. When a kiss and a promise was all I would need. Your neglect and your lies will not be a burden to me. My mind is made up. I'm not your backup. I no longer give up.
Kiss, kiss, kiss off. You have got no right to me. Back, back, back off. I got no time to spend on thee. Break, break, break off. Better off without your company. Kiss, kiss, kiss off. You're nothing but unnecessary. Kiss, kiss, kiss off. You have got no right to me. Back, back, back off.
I've got no time to spend on thee. Break, break, break off. Better off without your company. Kiss, kiss, kiss off. You're nothing but unnecessary. Ooh.
We got through it.
So
We got through it.
SWV of us. I love that.
It's
No,
so funny.
I'm so pale.
I'm so glad
pale.
that we can't typically watch ourselves while we're performing.
Yeah.
It gets very
Uh,
distracting.
Backstage Pass is not new. We've been doing it.
We've done it
since
for a
the
long time,
beginning.
but it's been what this specifically means is you can come backstage after a Ladies Unlaced episode and hang out with us for like
So
half an hour.
digitally backstage.
digitally,
It's,
not actually backstage.
it's similar to like Zoom in many ways. This
Aye.
is a forum we call StreamYard.
Aye.
And you will get a code to come backstage, a link to come backstage, and then you will be invited to chit chat with us afterward.
Yes.
Out
So
of character.
it's always available. You just have to let us know ahead of time so we can get you the pass.
Yes.
But yes, I was saying that I'm so glad we can't see ourselves when we're performing because I realize how dumb I look when I'm like, I'm like
Oh.
skinny white girl trying
Yes.
to be hip.
I had a challenge for both of you because this
Oh,
is
dear.
something we started doing in Oregon because it was myself and
Sultana and
Julie.
Sultana and Julie.
Aye.
And Sultana was singing all about that chase.
Aye.
So Julie and I started to do choreography behind her, which was one of the best things. It was such a ton of fun. We were like,
Oh, sorry, my
You're
attack
right,
dog is barking.
he never
You're
barks.
right,
I don't
buddy.
know why he's barking.
I think probably because it's a
Lucky,
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 come here.
Attack dog.
attack dog, attack dog. Anyway, so we like it doggy style, and
Yes.
that's the thing.
But yeah, challenge. I want you to try to do choreography. Whatever you come up with. Well, I think it'd be fun.
It's gonna be
It's like,
so.
look at this kind of
It's
thing.
gonna be the hippest white girls on the planet.
Yes.
It is hip to be square.
Hip, hip, so hip to be a square.
If you like that song,
Vogue.
if you like that song, because since we're closing in on Halloween, I highly recommend looking up Ice Nine Kills. They have a song called oh God, I gotta remember it. But it samples Hip to Be Square
Yes.
because it's about American Psycho.
Oh,
It's based on the movie American Psycho.
how weird!
Going to put more ice.
Oh, sexy,
Ooh,
sexy,
Ice.
sexy, so sexy. Ah, he has
Yeah, that's right, because you came through. Yes. Send that to us. That was hilarious.
Amazing.
So
But I was
What's that gay
thinking
song?
it was just Christmas in July.
Sure.
And you were just talking about Halloween. I
Yes.
was thinking, do you ladies have any specific holiday traditions that you have? And you two out there, do you have any specific holiday traditions? I know what
holiday
yours
traditions
is.
in terms of like Christmas,
Like-
or just
like-
like
like-
Halloween.
The Christmas holidays, the Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa holidays.
That
Christmas Kwanzaa.
Yes,
all right.
that one.
I mean, so I think the thing that will probably end up happening this year, because I'll have a person to bring with me,
Yes.
is that we'll probably go to my family's house first, and then we'll go to
Next best.
my mother-in-law's family first.
Aye.
Or second, and then spend some time by ourselves. That's when we were kids. That's what we usually did. Was we would drive all the way out to Ohio to see my father's side of the
Oh
family,
my.
and then we would go back to West Virginia to see my mother's side of the family, and then we
Ooh.
would get home like the day after Christmas and have like just our own.
Oh
family.
my. That sounds like a lot.
It is, but but I mean, like that's kind of when you're on the road all the time. Like you never get to actually see your family. So the one time of year that you're going to see them is during those kinds of holidays.
That's fair. Yes.
If you're lucky.
Yes.
yeah, if you can.
Yes.
I mean, for several years, I spent the holidays away from my Frau Lydia, from
Yeah.
my mother.
Who's
and,
you watching? Hi, Mama.
She is. She's right there. So one of our favorite traditions is we watch Hallmark Christmas movies, as many of you know,
That's really
who have
sweet.
watched our me and Herr Shakespeare.
Aye.
Shakespeare Approves. We had a pandemic show called Fräulein Elsa's Hallmark Christmas Corner.
Aye.
And we tried to do a podcast for a while that's currently on perpetual hiatus. One of these days we may get back to doing it because both
Doesn't take a lot of effort.
it does. It
You're so
would
busy.
take almost the entire week to edit the podcast because
Aye.
I'm that anal. But
you
yeah,
said it, not her.
I did. I will admit it. But watching Christmas movies, singing Christmas carols, basically, I just throw myself into the season every possible way.
Yeah.
See, and then I do that for Halloween. Like whenever I can, especially this year because I'm going to be like trapped in my house and I won't be able to leave because I'll be breastfeeding. I'm like watching scary movies, like carving pumpkins, having like pumpkin flavored beverages and all kinds of treats and stuff, and just really engaging. Not yet.
No, because we have
Oh,
a
no.
very topless man in the
My
room right
husband
now.
took off his shirt, everyone. You were supposed to donate $200 so he'd keep it on.
No.
I'm kidding. It's all right. I'm kidding. But my favorite one that I do miss that we haven't done in a while was because I'm Jewish. What? We used to play dreidel with my whole family. So like my sister, my cousins, my mom, my grandmothers, everybody. We would play dreidel with my grandmother's stash of pennies.
Yes.
And we'd play for the big stack of pennies, and then we'd
So
play all the board
it's a
games.
betting game.
Yes.
All right. See that
It
I
is.
never understood where you're like you spin the top and then there's like a thing that happens. I'm like, what?
There's Gimel, which means you get one.
All right.
Hey, or Gimel means you get the whole pot. Hey means you get half the pot. So G means get it all. H means you get half. Shin means you put one in, and none means you do nothing. So like your turn gets skipped.
I have to say, I started giggling because you said that you play dreidel with your family, and all I could think of is
used
your
to.
parody on our holiday album.
Yes.
I am glad you played dreidel and not dildo with your family.
You can get like a vibrator and turn it on and it just spins in circles.
If you want to see Grandma opening up a vibrator, go to TikTok and look for our song, the dildo song.
Exactly. Yeah. But yes, I wrote a horrid parody. I mean, a wonderful parody
It was
to the dreidel
hilarious.
song called the dildo song. My mom is so proud of me.
Yes, you did.
It's
I
on
remember
Ho
that.
Ho Ho, Irreverent
Revelry.
Revelry. It's our 4th CD. That is also has the O Come medley written by
That was
Coia and
excellent.
Elsa
Yes.
with these
I
two
put
on
this up
it.
together to an extent, but you actually put the arrangement.
I arranged it, but we worked very hard together to come up with what song would
Right.
lead into what song
Yes.
and the lyrics.
And one of my
So
favorites.
I don't want to take full credit for that. I worked with this lady here and it was wonderful.
My favorite one on the CD is Elf on the Shelf,
That is an excellent.
written by Contessa Catalina,
Catalina,
who is off at a
Gallivanting
Borgia
the
party.
Doing that 21 thing.
Borgia.
And there's your white lady dancing again.
You're welcome out there.
Ladies,
Wow.
we are almost at the end of our hour.
know. So we have to. What do we want to pick? Ice cream?
I like
I
that,
like
but
ice
also
cream
double check to
flavors.
make sure no
It's
one
so
wants our shirts off our
hot.
back.
I just checked. No one wants them.
I mean, and that's understandable too.
No
Like,
one even wants to hear you cluck.
That's
I'm
all
so
right.
depressed.
That's
I
all right. They can
know.
come to the main festival and then I'll clap for
Yes.
them there.
I come to the main Renaissance Fair this weekend, and Elsa will clap for you. We will not have these doublets there.
Because the fact of the matter is any small tip, no matter how small, as long as it goes into our virtual box, we are very happy for that. When more people give small tips, then we get more.
We'll take £5.
Yes.
We'll
So
take
we're going with
£10.
ice cream
These were just like
flavors?
fun challenges. That's all.
Ice cream flavors.
I think ice cream flavors is a good.
I think it's good because I don't know half of these
I know. I didn't
things.
know how of them
I
either,
could do
Elsa.
dinosaurs, but I think I'm the only. Well, no.
I could
I know
probably
some things about
handle
dinosaurs,
dinosaurs,
but
but I think ice cream's more fun. Plus, it's so hot. I just want to think about ice cream.
I have ice cream in the freezer that we're going to have right after.
Brilliant.
Ooh, yes.
All right.
Let's do that.
We didn't
Oh, we
check
got
Venmo.
yours.
I got that,
Oh,
but that
wait.
was prior to
Did
the
you
show.
send more?
During
Oh.
the show.
I'll check that.
Did you send
Ooh,
more?
We're checking before we sing the song. We
Ooh,
have to
I
check
didn't
if we
do
have to
that.
strip
Yeah.
I was
for
like,
Mr. David Hart.
I don't see anything on PayPal. We got your initial
Your
Venmo.
initial, yes.
You get anything else?
I'm looking. I don't think so. I think it's just that one.
We got your one.
But it was of a considerable
It
amount.
was.
I could
You know
cluck.
what it was?
I should cluck for him.
You should clap.
I should cluck for him.
You should clap for David.
Should we wait for the clucking till the end?
No, do it now.
Do it
Yeah,
now.
go ahead.
Do it now.
Do it
We'll
now.
sit
'Cause I
back.
gotta think of ice creams. Go ahead.
They're going to think of ice cream.
I got a few.
So for those of you that don't know, Fräulein Elsa does love a good cock. And she also has
Who
spent
doesn't?
a good amount of time on the farm.
Cock, right? Cock?
Yes, like this.
It was like
Cock.
this? Yes. We learned sign language.
And she spent a lot of time listening to chickens when she was younger. So this is what a chicken sounds like in a moment of ecstasy.
I'm gonna scooch over and cuddle with
Space.
you. She needs her
I'm
room.
watching myself. I don't like this.
Just look above. Look
I'm
right
looking at
above.
the little
Look
green
above.
light. The
Look
little
at
green light.
Look at the little light. Yes.
Thank you.
That your mom clapped. Your mom just clapped for this. Yes. Yes.
Who do you think I learned it
I
from?
love it. I love it.
Frau Lydia.
Brilliant.
David, that was for you. You are
Yes.
a continual
Thank
supporter
you.
and we love you. Thank you so much. And to all of our continued supporters who have made this Ladies Unlaced a thing since the pandemic began. We have been doing this since, was it April of 2020?
I think, yeah.
Putting these shows out for you. And to our Patreon patrons who continue to contribute every month. This is something that makes us able to continue to be independent artists and make our own livings on the road and entertaining people all around the country. So we are so grateful to you.
Elsa,
Yes.
every time you do it, it cracks me up because you're so serious about it.
It's like a method acting.
Like it's very method and like very like, and you're just so serious.
Ladies,
Anyway.
let's send them off with a song.
Let's
All right.
sing Chandler Shoppe.
Chandler
and then
Shoppe
we'll
with
go to
ice
bed.
cream.
Ice
All right,
cream.
is it like 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, let's just go 1, 2, 3.
Sure.
Just 'cause
All right.
Oh, good. I don't have to think so
You only
much.
got one, yeah. A man walked into a Chandler shop, some candles for to buy. But when he looked around the shop, nobody did he spy. So he turned upon his heel, and to the door he sped. When he heard the sound of a
Chubby hubby.
right above his head, yes, he heard the sound of a chubby hubby right above his head. Well, this young man was a bold young man, so up the stairs he sped. And very surprised was he to find the Chandler's wife in bed. And with her was a fine young man of very considerable size. And they were having a chunky monkey right before his eyes. Yes, and they were having a chunky monkey
Right before his eyes. Are we
Banana.
doing all Ben and Jerry's?
I did. It's ice cream.
It's ice
We're
cream.
in New England.
We are in New England.
I love Ben and his friend Jerry.
Now when the fun was
Ooh.
over and done, she lifted
Yay!
her head.
Oh, good.
Yay! And very surprised was they
They
to
to
find a man beside her bed.
If you would keep my secret, sir. If you would be so kind, then you may drop in for a
Wavy gravy?
whatever you're feeling inclined.
Yes, you may
drop in for a
Wavy gravy!
Whatever
Hippie
you
style.
feel
Keep fine. Now all you married men take heed and listen to what we tell. If you don't,
banana split
your wife, she'll find someone who will. You may have it.
All right.
So if you would be kind to her, just throw right down on the floor
And give her so much as a Cherry Garcia. She'll come back to you for more.
Just to give her so much as a Cherry Garcia.
She'll come back to you for more.
And before we go,
Oh, hold on. Before you get that,
yes.
we are not sponsored by Ben & Jerry's, but if Ben & Jerry's would
Wants
like to
to,
sponsor us, they
feel
can
free.
send us a
Yes.
sponsorship
We don't
email.
have any sponsors today, but
Yeah.
guess what?
What?
I gotta take off my shirt.
Ooh, it's
Hold
you.
on.
Oh,
Hold
Roz
on.
and
I'll
I-
be right back.
Take it off! Woo! Woo! Sternum! Show me that beautiful sternum. That beautiful sternum. This is going to be sent
You
to
gotta
our
take it out
friend
of
Shmuley.
I'm so
That's
glad.
why I didn't do it.
That's why
on
you didn't do it
screen.
in the stream.
Yeah.
Okay, no, look, I'll do mine too.
Oh, fine. If you're doing it, I'll do it. But you're
Why
getting
didn't you do it?
Shmuley
You get the
receiving the
shirt.
shirt.
No one can see anything.
Thank
Look,
you.
mine.
Fix the overheating. Here we go. Oh, ba-da-da-da-da.
Ba-da-da-da. This is actually a hotter shirt. Thank you, Shmuley. You will be receiving this sweaty nastiness. Do you
You
want me
turn
to
it into
wash
a
it?
pillow.
Look at that nasty.
Rocky Road would have been
I
perfect.
thought about Rocky Road too.
But that's not Ben
Mm,
Jerry's.
look at that sexy sweat stain. Do you want that intact or you want me to wash it first? Oh, it's so disgusting. It's so gross.
We're gonna get some ice cream. I have Ben and
Yes.
Jerry's in the
Yes,
freezer.
we're gonna go get some ice cream. So come see us at the Maine Renaissance Fair tomorrow,
Yes.
and at Colorado Renaissance Festival. We're there
Yes.
as well. And starting next week, we shall be at the Washington Midsummer Fantasy Festival.
Midsummer Renaissance Fair.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Washington
very
Midsummer.
And in
Yeah,
less
that
than a
one.
month, you can see both Lady and Morgan and I, just over a month, less than a month.
Less than a month.
We're going to be at PARF at the
Yeah,
Pennsylvania
Pennsylvania
Renaissance
Renaissance
Festival.
And then in just about a month, I shall be at the Pittsburgh Renaissance.
So find
Fair.
all of our upcoming dates on our website, chasetreasure.com.
.com.
Become a Patreon at patreon.com/chasetreasure. And until the next time,
I'm the Lady Morgan.
I'm Lady Rosaline.
und I am Fräulein Elsa von Berg.
And together we are
Chase
Chase Treasure! Roll that beautiful
closing
feed
credits.
footage.
You have been watching an episode of Chaste Treasure, Ladies Unlaced. Thank you to all of our fans for your continued support of the live arts. And a special thank you to our sponsors. If you would like to sponsor an episode of Ladies Unlaced, please email chasetreasure@gmail.com.